Look, I came down here to apologize for how things went. All right. Turns out you didn't dent my car.
Of course I did it. And if I did, I'm not responsible. Who dented the car?
My daughter.
Hey! What did she hit?
Fire hydrant.
Hey! Let me get this straight. So you come in here and accuse me that all this time the criminal is in your own house. I should sue you for defamation of character.
Listen, I'm sorry you feel that way, man. That's why I'm here.
I don't want to hear it. You're like Sarah Palin, and I'm like Barack Obama. And your daughter, she's George Bush. Everything is her fault. Then who they blame? Me, the black man.
Alright, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you fucking doing? Anyway, check this out. I'm over here doing my creative thing. Listening to some music. I am getting some, what you call it, some pictures for my podrey channel. You know, it's a channel that I post videos of women that I think are beautiful. You know, I get pictures from the net and videos of people, of women, and then I crop them and I edit a video, some music in the background, and upload it to my channel. So anyway, I'm doing that, listening to music, and I guess taking care of my hygiene, different things like that, just multitasking. Earlier this morning, I wanted to hear some music while I was, doing my thing, which is what I just got finished saying. I've been doing it throughout the morning, and plus creating other videos. But anyway, when I want to hear music, I have to look up clean conscious rap, because whenever I type in clean conscious music, is all reggae. I'm like, I'm not feeling reggae right now. But check it. You gotta think about it. Reggae, the Rastas, they're believers, in Jehovah, Yahweh. And okay, I'm not feeling that. As far as I don't want to hear that in my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a different wavelength and all that. And so that brings me to this. Okay. Whenever I looked up clean conscious rap, came across this playlist, positive uplifting rap. And on this, I'm looking at artists like Nas, Joss Stone, Lil Wayne, Wale, Mama Soul, J. Cole, Kanye, Drake. Who else is on here? T.I., Tupac, Big Sean, Damon Marley, featuring Kanan, or not featuring, just Kanan. You got Chris Brown. Now, out of all those people, and Notorious Big. Now, out of all these people, it's like, and Rick Ross. Of all these people, you created music that will go on a playlist, that's dealing with positive, uplifting rap. For people who don't want to hear that gunplay, that dope dealing, that womanizing, manizing, you know what I'm saying? All that bullshit, that death. And so it's like, if you can do it for one track Why can't you do that for your whole category? And it goes into the whole thing of when you're on the playground and when you want friends, you're going to do what it is you need to do to get attention. And you're going to attract the people that you are trying to attract to become popular. And it's bullshit, because it's like, if you're so good of a lyricist to where you can make something work when you're doing positive shit, then why can't you take that time and that energy and do it all the time? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's frustrating as fuck to know that we all are capable of doing some of the greater things for our culture. And you know it's gotta feel good whenever these songs and tracks came out and people, you know what I'm saying, listen to them and their peers listen to them. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be like, oh, you's a punk. Oh, you's a B-word, or you's ignorant for that. You know what I'm saying? You fell off, man. You lost your hood card. You know what I'm saying? Nobody hit them up with that shit. You know what I mean? They're like, salute. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's 4 tracks on here that I can't fuck with. Free Enterprise. He comes right in and he's talking about God. Alright? And if this wasn't clean music, it would be some Wale tracks. Because even though Wale be on some conscious shit, he still throws in the N-word. It's like, how in so many sentences you can say brothers, you can say, you know, black men, even though I don't like the word black to associate with our people. I mean, to describe our people, or anyway. And then you turn right around and call somebody an N-word. All in one, you know, like in a bar, all in a verse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, it's not working. It's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? You take a step forward and you take 2 steps back. T.I. came out with this track, and it's like, okay. So I wanted to go to his channel and find that album and listen to the album to see if he stays on it, but I am so tired of being disappointed that, you know, it's like, I'll go so far and I'll enjoy what I can enjoy. That's about it. And when it comes down to life, you know, I'm 50 now, and I've had a pretty decent life. Been able to create some good memories, so I'm done. I keep telling folks, you know, I ain't trying to commit suicide, but fuck it, I'm done. When the time comes, just let me go. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got family, and that means I got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But if it was just me, man, it's like, shit. Man, I'll live in my own filth. You know what I'm saying? I'll ask for the bare minimum. I mean, I don't want to brush my teeth every day. I don't want to get my ass cleaned every day. I don't want to get my hair cut 2 or 3 times a month. You know what I'm saying? Maybe twice a month. But I don't want all that shit. I don't want to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I can go and say some shit right now about that, but I'm staying on topic as far as, you know, musicians, these artists. You know, if they can do it, they should be able to do it. I mean, if they can do it, they should do it all the time and not have to deal with peer pressure, not have to deal with their own, you know, it's like their own, they put up their own detour sign. You know what I'm saying? They're navigating their ride, and you know, they're constantly pointing their finger at other people, but they got 3 fingers and a thumb pointing back at themselves, and it's like, you're the one driving. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like saying you started this journey when you didn't want to, work a 9 to 5, or when you didn't want to struggle the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You decided to sell dope or go to school or whatever it was that got your foot in the door for, making finances through hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And now that you are all in and you got money, and you know what I'm saying, you should be retired, sitting your ass down somewhere, because you got royalties. You know what I'm saying? You can mentor other people. You can take money from album sales and give back to communities, create communities, really. Out of all these musicians and artists, man, we should have half of this country completely tied down to people who want to live right without city-state assistance, without the government's involvement. Half of the country. That's how much money is in rotation, I believe. I don't have facts, but look at it. Look how much we're paying athletes. And some of them are hitting on the bench. Some of them are injured, and they're still contracted to get money. And look at these musicians and artists. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of contract they signed, they're getting more money than the most. They're getting more money than the most. They're getting more money than a person who's working 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? A year. They're getting that in just a contract signing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a down payment on their album or some shit. But still, they can invest that money, and half of this country would be a better place. It really would. I'm not tired of making these videos to where I'm pushing positivity. I'm trying to motivate somebody to take a further step and at least keep the words flowing, keep the opinions flowing, keeping the passion flowing. If you can't do anything financially, go run your fucking mouth. Share your ideas and your thoughts with other people. You never know who's gonna sit back and listen to you, find your video and listen to you. And then they might get motivated to do something financially, something physically. You know what I'm saying? We're not all physically disabled. We're not all mentally disabled. We're not all emotionally disabled. There are a lot of us that are fucking just lazy sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with being lazy sometimes. Take a break. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and run yourself ragged trying to make some money or trying to keep yourself sane. You need to take a break. It's like I made a video the other day because on the topic of, I woke up and as soon as I came to YouTube, boom, the topics that I was talking about the night before were the topics that were in the recommended areas of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that fucking AI is listening to my shit, listening to me talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm waking up to this. I said, this topic is picking with me. And it's like that sometimes. It's like, man, I don't want to get stuck going down a tunnel, down a rabbit hole. And then, then I'm having headaches and shit because I'm stressing myself out. Or I'm just spending too much time concentrating on this shit when I could just be chilling, having positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying this quietness while I can. Things like that. The mode of living that I'm in now is going to change. It's like I'm not at home right now, but once I get home, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to deal with the same shit that was irritating me before. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta enjoy the shit that I can enjoy now. And at the same time, I gotta grow. You know, it's like, fuck, man. And it's like, man, you just don't get it. And I hope that you will get it. It's like, you gotta be the most independent person as you can be. Being codependent, man, is fucking sorry. And I hate being codependent. I hate having to depend on anybody. And I tried so goddamn hard to not be in that situation when I was up and walking before my disability and shit. And it's like, people thought I was arrogant. But I'm like, man, you don't get it. I had an epiphany. You know what I'm saying? My spirit had already asked me, what if, you get fucked up? Or what if your kids get fucked up? You know what I'm saying? And the only answers I had was, if you're still alive, if you're still breathing, just keep on moving. And it still doesn't prepare you to actually go through this shit. Because it's not easy. Not everybody can go through the life that I live. Most people, look at them. They're bitching about shit in their own life. So if they had life plus what the fuck I'm going through, man, check it. If people in your life are miserable already, think about them being an amputee or think about them having some kind of physical disability. They'll be their natural miserable selves plus, extra physical miserable type of situation going on. So most definitely, do you think you can live with them? It's crazy. It's crazy. That's the kind of world we live in. So when I think about these artists, these musicians who are capable of writing some good music, performing some good music, and recording good music and putting it out there for people, you know what I'm saying, for them not to do it all the time, it's like, the fuck, man? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they wouldn't focus on that shit. But yet, I still gotta look at myself and be like, I'm a goddamn hypocrite my damn self, because, look, I'm talking about living with bare minimal expectations of myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh man, I am so fucking tired of living. And I say that without thinking of, like depressive shit, or without thinking about, mental psychological shit. It's just, it's when you recognize that it's a 50-50 situation, no matter how you look at stuff, it's 50-50 gonna be, on one hand, you're gonna like it, on the other hand, you're not gonna like it. On one hand, you're gonna be this, on the other hand, you're gonna be the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you recognize that shit, it's like, man, what the fuck? What's the use? And then when people throw God and that bullshit about religion, it's like, man, it's like I said, like Rick Ross comes in on Free Enterprise with God, and it's like, for real. And then Nas, what's the track that I'm thinking of? Where is it at? Nas. Okay, this one right here, with him and Damon Marley. You know what I'm saying? Then they talk about God in this, and it's like, come on, man. That's what you want people to get. I mean, that's the type. It's like they're targeting those people who believe in their beliefs, but yet people who don't believe in their beliefs are listening to their shit. Now, it's not their fault that I'm listening to their shit. I chose to. So it's crazy, man. Here I am talking shit, and they're looking at me like, so? No one forced you to listen to my shit. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Go to the next track. And that's why I say, we can't have it the way that we want it. But we have to sit back and maintain. It's like settling. We gotta settle for shit. We gotta settle for life. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta settle for it. It's like me. I didn't want to bring any kids into the world without being prepared, and I fucked around and I brought one child in the world. I got lucky on one hand that I didn't, ruin their life as far as teaching them the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my child wasn't in my life. I wasn't in my child's life. Long story. You can judge me if you want, but you don't know the story. But, that's one of the responsible things when you think about having kids. It's like it's a 50-50 chance that you're going to be able to help them be a productive person. And then you got to look at all the other things that's going to fight against you, because each kid has their own personality. And they're going to naturally fight back. They're going to refuse and reject shit that you're trying to teach them, because they're on a whole different level. It's like taking a horse to some water and trying to force it to fucking drink. You're going to hurt yourself trying to or you're going to hurt that horse trying to force it to do something when it don't want to do it. And now as a parent, as a person bringing a kid into the world, they don't think about that shit before they get somebody knocked up. And if they thought about this shit, they're still irresponsible by getting somebody knocked up or by getting knocked up. But yet people don't want to have abortions. It's crazy. I remember I talked to somebody about abortions. I'm like, I'm all for it. And they looked at me and was like, you crazy. That kid didn't ask to be brought into this world. So it's your responsibility to see it all the way through. I'm like, you crazy. Listen at you. If you find out that your woman, or if you and your woman find out that she's pregnant and she's still in the first week of pregnancy, y'all look at each other and be like, man, have a deep ass, truthful ass talk. No matter how much the truth hurts, you better abort that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready individually to be the type of person that you need to be to raise a kid, shit, that's a fucking check mark of no. Because if you're not individually wrapped tight, then as a collective, you and that person together means that y'all doubly got a check mark for no, because you're not ready as a couple to be, to give a kid the tools that it needs. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, man. It's a lot of thought, and I've put a lot of thought in it. Like I said, I'm 50. So I've been thinking about this shit for years. Fucking years. Since I was a kid. And it's like, man, this whole thing of wanting to enjoy life and shit, I tried to live vicariously through other people so I wouldn't have to go through some of the shit that people went through. I tried different methods. I've tried to unthink shit. I've tried to learn how to do shit in different ways. I've tried to talk differently. I've tried to think differently. I've tried to answer questions differently. I've tried to question things differently. I've been going around in circles trying to make a better life for myself and anybody around me. I've been trying, but then boom, I get hit with, you should have did this better. Get the fuck out of here. As a 50-year-old man, I'm still getting told that I should have done something better. I can't do that to nobody. It deflates me. So I know it would probably deflate somebody else. And then some people are like, no, I could take it. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. Why would you want to? Why would you want somebody to fucking say some shit? It's fucked up, man. We as people are some fucked up people, man. We're fucked up. But then I look at the creatures in the animal kingdom, and they do fucked up shit too. And it's like, who taught these creatures to do the shit they do. I've been watching, the funny things that animals do, pets do. And you have two cats sitting there, and one cat just out of the blue pushes the other cat off the damn couch. Who taught that cat that? You know what I'm saying? Who taught that cat that? It's fucking crazy. Or you got one cat or one dog outside teasing the other cat or the other dog that's on the inside. Who taught that animal that? You got a moose that tease and play with other wildlife creatures. You got crocodiles that do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You got fucking beasts that play with their food. As far as live food, they won't kill it automatically. They won't take it out of its misery automatically. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Nature and the universe and all this shit that our creator created. I said I didn't fuck with God and I didn't fuck with religion. I said that. But as far as something in its entirety that created us, created all this shit, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be something. Because this shit just doesn't pop up out of nowhere. Look at how long we've been looking into space. Nothing new has popped up as far as anything close to what's going on here on this planet. Nothing new has popped up in the distance that we can travel. Nothing. So it's some kind of design to this shit. Multi-universes, okay, that's cool. I could believe in that. Maybe that's the answer of why shit isn't, like why we can't see other shit or get these answers that we need as far as other life in the universe type shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it, because it's a multiverse that we aren't able to travel to. They sit back, some people who study, ghosts will say that, ghosts are on a whole different plane and dimensional plane, and that's why, only some of us are able to fuck with them or get fucked with by them. Same thing with aliens. Aliens are from a different dimensional plane. It's not that they come from a distant place in space. It's just there's a multiverse and there's a door that they were able to find and shit like that. I would settle for that instead of saying that nothing else exists. So to say all that shit and to wrap this video up, there's possibility for these artists who do all this, who have done so much fucking gangster rap and rap music that damaged us, that sold us out to other nationalities and other corporates and sold us out to people who stole the ideas and the creativity from these people who are part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? They stole shit. Now you see it on water commercials. I mean, you hear their music on water commercials. You see the influence of our culture in cracker commercials. You know what I'm saying? This woman is, they on a cracker commercial, and she was like, give me some cookie crackers or whatever the fuck. And she made her voice so deep, like she was like Mahalia Jackson or some shit. Like, where the fuck she get that shit from? And who directed her to do that shit? And everybody's laughing at her. She's not laughing, so they're not laughing with her. So that means that they're laughing at the whole fact that this Caucasian woman can sound like a melanated woman, and they are just hysterical about the shit. And anybody else who looks at the commercial, they're gonna find humor in it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, who the fuck were they targeting? Ignorant people who don't think about the shit and just see funny shit. Kids that don't know no goddamn better. But yet I'm supposed to be happy. Man, that's some bullshit. I was watching a video from Karen. That video's maybe it's like a month to 5 months old, some shit like that. And she was talking about how she's having to deal with being unhappy with, you know, things, and it's part of her misery of being knowledgeable of the bullshit, being aware that it's bullshit out there, but yet every time she's trying to be happy about some shit. And it's like, I don't know if she remembers me, but she and I have been going back and forth, you know, not in a bad way, but as far as watching each other's videos and leaving comments. We started doing that around 2007, 2008, maybe 2009, somewhere around there. But, you know, we fell off. I write on her shit, I leave her comments, but she don't fuck with me like that. So it's like listening to her video, I'm like, man, we are like-minded in so many ways. And I was like, damn, you know, the more I put these videos out there, I'm hoping that somebody else will be like, you know, me and that dude are like-minded too. You know what I'm saying? I may not leave him a comment, but, you know, at least I can find somebody else that I'm like-minded to, that I can leave a comment or comment off of what they say. You know what I'm saying? The comment off of another person, you know, is a lot different than just listening and things like that. I know it because, shit, I'm bad at doing shit like that. Sometimes I just listen to folks and I don't comment, you know what I'm saying, as far as the protocol of having a conversation is. You know what I'm saying? You listen and respond type shit to let people know that you really are listening. Like, man, I had 2 cars today, and are you hearing what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. What would I say? That you had 2 cars today. She didn't go into detail about it. Like, oh yeah, you're right. So anyway, I had 2 cars today, and I wanted to give them a detail, and it's like, okay, now you're talking about detailing 2 cars, but there's a but in there, because you haven't gotten into any detail, you know what I mean? And that person knows that you're listening to them, because you're listening and you're responding and you actually paid attention type shit. Anyway, I'm going to have to get off of here, because I'm pretty sure I'll change the subject again. But my disclaimer is, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the dumbest person either. I've done my research on some things. There's a lot of shit out there I still need to do research on, but I can't, because I don't trust the topic. I mean, I can't trust where I would have to research stuff from, you know, the books or whatever. I can't trust those sources, because shit is so tainted and tampered with and things like that, because folks don't want me to be educated on shit. So research, it's a bummer. Anyway, but what I need you to do is to question everything that I'm saying, and I need you to do whatever research you can do, and then I need you to form your own opinion. And when you form your own opinion, I need you to share your opinion with other people in any ways that you can. The reason why it's important for you to share your opinion is because you never know when you're going to run across somebody when your opinion, if not just you, going to run across somebody who either agrees or disagrees with what you got to say, but at least your thoughts and opinions had reached somebody else. Because I know what it's like to be alone in a crowded room. Meaning, I know what it's like to think the way that I think, and when I go to talk to somebody else, or if somebody's listening to me, they fucking totally disagree and be like, man, no, I wish you wouldn't think that way type shit. Like, you wish I wouldn't think the way that I think. Ain't that a bitch? I don't like the way you think either, but you're getting around in life the best way that you can. If I ask you to stop thinking the way that you think, shit, that's scary. I don't know how you would function then. So why would I want to jinx you with that shit? People be running their fucking mouth. I run my fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? But the experiences we go through should be to better us. You know, it shouldn't be forced on us. So that way, these lessons can dissolve slowly enough to where we can read between the lines, to where we can use some complex thinking to take those thoughts and opinions and make something function within ourselves. You know, so that way we can grow from conversations and from other people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? We can grow vicariously through other people. Yeah, I mean, I love that word vicarious. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it's cool as fuck. You know, it's has an ambiguous, kind of just looked at that word up the other day, has an ambiguous type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? When you say it, you know, it has different interpretations. You know what I'm saying? Because it fits in so many different situations. You know, you learn vicariously. You learned how to cook vicariously through other people. You learned how to swim vicariously through other people. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, instead of just jumping in the water and fucking drowning, you took the time to break down, you know, different things that you saw, different things that you talked about, different things that you might have read, different things, you know what I'm saying? Just different things that you studied. You know, as far as swimming goes, as far as getting in the body of water, so you can survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's about growth. This video isn't just about trash talking or trashing, you know, musicians and things, but it's growth. It'll be great if my videos, you know what I'm saying, hit somebody that can help produce change or help send a message to the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? It would be cool. It would be cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to take it one breath at a time. But to inhale, exhale, and continue to do what I'm doing so I can keep hope alive. I know that we can be a better people individually and as a collective, you know. I guess that's when they say, what's the fucking word? Not a zygote, I can't even pronounce it. But, diaspora. Anyway. I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. If you're looking at these music titles, I'm gonna scroll through again, so you can check out these titles. Those red lines mean I listen to them, and I would recommend them. You know, they're clean. They're, you know what I'm saying, as far as there's no cussing. Well, there's a couple of tracks that has, you know, like a few cuss words in them, but for the most part, they're edited. And so, you know, even though the person did cuss or called somebody N-word or B-word, at least it's edited out, that type shit. But for the most part, you know, the whole songs are like done for the purpose of not having to edit it. You know what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? But yeah, put pure shit into your system, I guess, and see how your life will be after that. You know, as far as entertainment goes, I'd rather watch pets and animals, you know what I'm saying, interact with each other, and the way that we interact with them to get my shits and giggles, to get my giggles. You know, it's some innocent fun. And I get motivated from watching athletes like track runners and things. You know, people compete. I like watching things where people are doing like they got a talent. You know what I'm saying? They're working on their talent, or they're showcasing their talent. I like watching biographies and interviews because once again, you know, it's like learning vicariously through other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm glad I don't have money because I wouldn't do this or I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm trying not to drive myself crazy. All right? That's the thing about it. You know, if you were Irish, if you were Russian, if you're Chinese, Japanese, whatever, you can type in Irish people and their pets, Chinese people with pets. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your ethnicity is, type that in and put in pet owner. You know what I'm saying? Put in something that would dealing with your ethnicity and a pet, and see what comes up. You know what I'm saying? You can be pro your ethnicity and enjoy what other people of your culture have enjoyed with their pets. You know what I'm saying? I have Ridiculous on TV. Like right now, I don't have the volume up, but I see what's going on. And, you know, a lot of times it's people getting injured and there's somebody filming it, laughing while they're watching somebody get fucked up, while they're watching someone go through pain and agony. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what happened to dropping the phone or putting the phone in a situation? I mean, in a position to where, you know, you can be seen helping that person out. You know what I'm saying? What happened to someone dial 911? You know what I mean? What happened to filming with one phone and using your other phone to call 911? What happened to, hey, Gene, call 911? What happened to, you know, what happened to that type of shit? We used to call it humanity, but now I sit there and I see whoever's filming or recording the situation, they're just sitting there like world star. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get this footage, put it on the internet, see what happens. And their friend or family is sitting there, you know, going through pain and agony. Instead of, you know, being like, sit still, don't move. You know what I'm saying? Keep your shit stabilized till help gets here. Because you can move the wrong way and fuck shit up even more. It's crazy, man. I'm done for now. My name's Podrey. I'm passionate about positive living. I'm a hypocrite. I contradict myself too. I know I won't be the best role model in the world, but I try. You know, some people say, you know, they can't trust the preacher because the preachers aren't or haven't experienced life in the way they're trying to teach it. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of lesson can they really speak from? So here it is. You know, this is the shit that I've experienced and that I've gone through, and I'm talking my shit about it. You know, that's why it's so easy to get passionate about it. Ask me questions in the comment box. You know, if you have a channel and you talking your shit, leave that channel. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment down in the below the video and be like, check me out or something. You know what I mean? I might only get 1 or 2 views. If you're one of those views, leave a comment down in the box. Down below the video. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to check out, you know, your channel or something like that. Let me know that there will be a reason for me to come check you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying come check out my shit because I talk a lot of shit. And you never know what topic I'm going to be talking about. You know what I mean? But I repeat myself a lot because it's the shit I'm really passionate about. And I like learning new things. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, you have a good day, you have a good night, you have a good morning. Peace.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica. Shout out to my